Hello everyone, today we have a 2014 Honda Odyssey EX-L with a clean title. So it also has front wheel drive. And that sounded good as could be, so I'm going to go ahead and take you for a tour. Alright. This one does have alloy wheels and a sunroof. We're going to try not to be run over by this Model 3. See, it does have a lot of stowage to it. There's also a 7-passenger. Has power sliding doors and power liftgate. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take a tour of the interior. See, it does have air diffusers on it. Got second row captain's chairs. And it has the HD rubber floor mats, which are absolutely awesome. And you have climate controls back there and then up here. And there's your sunroof right there. Got your gray leather seats, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the VIN right here, and then I will upload a still photo of that as well. And coming down here, you'll see that it has 180,749 miles on this vehicle. And these are your door controls. If your doors don't operate, it's probably because this has been disabled. So you come back in here and just enable them, and then you can open them from here, which is super nice, dropping folks off and not having to get out. So, and then you also have your stereo controls right here. And that sounds good, so we'll go ahead and close that up. And then you have your push to talk, your cruise controls, and your push button ignition, your shifter. And then down here you've got your stereo and your audio sources for your stereo. See, you have AM, FM, Sirius XM, disc, USB, MP3, and then if you had your Bluetooth hooked up, then that would light up along with your Pandora. And as I mentioned, there's your auxiliary right there for your MP3. And then as you come up here, you'll see that you do have heated front seats, and both of those are working great. Okay, and then you've got your comfort controls and then your second LCD display up there, and you can control that with this down here. And then we can just jump back over to information, audio, or Bluetooth. And if you want to see the backup camera, let's go ahead and back that up. There we go. And it does have the backing guides, and those backing guides will curve as you turn, which I'll show you in just a moment how that works on our virtual test drive. Then you do have a 12-volt and USB ports right there. That's where your auxiliary port is right there. And you do have a cool box, so you just turn that on, and you can pop beverages or whatever you need kept cool in there, and it will keep it cool. And then cup holders, the key fobs, you have 2 of them. And this actually opens up as well. It's additional stowage right there. And your glove compartment, glasses holder, and this becomes a conversation mirror to where you can see the folks in back and talk to them. And then your lights are all working, your sunroof is working, so we can go ahead and close this up and take you for a test drive. Okay, welcome to the test drive portion of this video. Go ahead and fire this up cold so you can see it start up. The Honda Link start up. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and put it in reverse so you can see the reverse work, which the backup camera's working great. And no, we don't want the phone connected, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave that alone. We're just going to pull past this Model 3. And lucky for you, it's a rainy day today, so you get to see the wipers work and all that kind of fun stuff. So we're going to come out here and we're going to make a left-hand turn, and I'm just checking the sunroof. Everything's sealed up there. And as we're going around turns and we're going to go on a rough road, just go ahead and listen for any abnormalities. And then we'll take it out on the freeway and you can listen for like whistles and whirring and anything out of the ordinary. But so far so good. This little van's doing great. Go ahead and adjust my mirrors. We're going to come up to the stop sign and wipers are working great. Okay, as you see, we're on a very bumpy road doing 35 miles an hour. And the suspension is quiet. And I don't hear anything rattling or anything to that effect. We're going to go over a railroad crossing, which is kind of a tell-all. If something's going to rattle, it's going to be right here. Everything's nice and tight. Steering is nice and tight. And as the pressure changes, the suspension from left to right, it's sounding good. And I'm going to go ahead and turn these down a little bit so they're not as obnoxiously loud, but they're doing a great job. So we're going to go ahead and go out on the freeway, so I'll just go ahead and pause it until we get to the on-ramp. One other thing that I did want to point out is these cameras. You see it does have a blind spot camera, and I'm signaling right, and that's what kicked that on. And so I wanted you to see and experience that. And so I'm going to go ahead and pause this until we get out to the on-ramp. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get on this on-ramp. And we have a little bit of an S-turn before we get on the freeway. And this van has excellent acceleration, shifts smooth, it's got good power. Windshield wipers are working great. We're going to go ahead and get up to speed because we want to hear that everything's working great. Okay, so we're up to freeway speeds now. About as safe as we can get in these conditions. And I don't hear any whistling or whirring. Nothing is vibrating. Everything is working correctly and nothing's out of the ordinary. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish up this tutorial. For additional inventory, visit us at tjchapmanauto.com. In the spirit of full disclosure, here is a copy of the original label for your vehicle, so you can see what it was equipped with straight out of the factory.